I doubt there are too many people who have forgotten when Obama told the world that he was against mandatory health insurance, unlike Hillary Clinton, who was up front and said she was for mandatory health insurance, and thus Obama, by lying, got himself in office, got by McCain, who was no great shakes either, but they seem to be somewhat rational people with some sort of plan. Now it turns out that if you don't buy health insurance, the same man who said he was against mandatory health insurance will have you fined and go to jail and in prison. They'll come to your house and rip you out. So I have been looking for options, and there are some religious ministries that have some cost-sharing plans you might want to look into. Okay, this is from the Samaritan Ministries. Says what the health care bill really says. And they're talking about the size of the bill from the beginning. Start 839 pages. And then they talk about Bill Clinton's health care bill. It was 1342. Senate Finance Committee's bill was 1502. And Affordable Health Care Act, H.R. 3962, 1,990 pages. And now Senator Reid's bill is up to 2,074 pages. And essentially, this is what we're talking about, that they really don't know what what health insurance or current health insurance policies will really be able to be continued. They will tell you that after they get the thing passed. And it seems to me there's a good bet that if you chose to go with Bush's plan of medical saving accounts and a very high deductible health plan, you probably won't be covered, because it looks like the government wants to get control of all that money. And there's no guarantee as to what current health insurance policies will be left standing. So that's basically what we're talking about here. Amen. Hello. This is something called MediShare, Christian Care Medical Sharing. And for a person like me, 61 or 62 years old, it would be $176 a month for a $10,000 deductible, which seems a little steep, but I don't think there's any limits on the other end of it. And there's a $125 application, or the application fee is $50, and then you start with $125. And the deal is you mail these checks out to who they ask you to do it. Now there's another one called Samaritan Industries, which you could look into too, which looks a little less expensive. These people have shelled out, I think, in the last 16 years, they've shelled out $450 million. Now, they didn't shell it out. They had people who subscribed to this thing shell out $450 million to people in need. So it's an interesting concept, and it's maybe they claim you will beat the mandatory health insurance thing, and you're actually helping out people in need. Interesting. You're not paying for some big exec, apparently. This is one approach. This is another religious type concept. It's not an insurance company. It's one of these things where you share the expenses. So they tell you who to send the money to. So it doesn't go to them. It doesn't go to big-time executives. They're not paying bonuses. This is another religious-orientated situation, which might work under the exclusions they have for religious purposes. This particular one would be about $125 versus $187 and the same type of starting fees. It's an interesting concept, but at this kind of price, I could see doing it just as a tithing thing and helping other people out. Seems to me it's very reasonable. And I don't know how much money they've paid out, but you might want to give them a call. And there's the email, not an email address, but website address, SamaritanMinistries.org. And these are ways to stop Obama from sucking you dry and just saying that enough is enough. You won't be part of his master plan to take over the world. So I think this is a very interesting concept, and if push comes to shove, this is definitely a viable option, which I will probably exercise in lieu of going to jail, kicking and screaming, getting fined. We'll see if it still happens. In the meantime, Matt Baker, Representative Matt Baker from Pennsylvania, is trying to put together a bill which would protect us in Pennsylvania from the Big Brother, the federal Big Brother. God bless them. I give them a lot of credit. I'll definitely support. As I said, Matt Baker, Representative Matt Baker, District 68, which includes Bradford part and Tioga County, is for maintaining our rights in Pennsylvania so that we don't go to jail if we don't buy health insurance, a la the lying Obama. You might want to contact him and give him your support. This is how you can contact him. It's a very courageous act. It shows someone who's thinking outside the box. There are other representatives in other states who have done this, but Matt's taking the leading the charge here.